Thank you. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Canva training part 2. So if you haven't watched part 1, we did a image in Canva. So today we're going to do an image again, but a B-roll image. So we're going to make the image a video. So this is nice for your WhatsApp statuses. This is nice for TikTok, even for TikTok stories, even for your Instagrams, Facebooks. This is going to be handy for literally anything. And you can make it as long or as short as you want. And then let me just stop Auntie Alana sharing. um, ooh, oh, I don't know how to do that.
I have to do something. Must I stop my sharing?
Stop your sharing, please, Auntie Alana.
Sorry, my
I could
love.
do it
Here
from
you go.
co-host, but I don't know how to do it from host. There we go.
Got it.
Ah, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, I'm gonna share a sheet in the chat. So while that's loading, I'm just gonna show you over to Canva. So like I said, we're gonna do a B-roll video on how you make an image into a video. So let's go over to share my screen. Canva, share. Okay, there we go. You can see my screen, right? Cool. Okay, so we're going to go from scratch. So we're going to go to create on the left-hand side. Remember what I said last time? This on the left-hand side is your menu. It's the menu of what you're going to do, what you need to find out, how you're going to edit things. So create, you're going to go to the create button on the left-hand side. It's a little plus button like that. Okay. Now you're going to obviously get all these different options. For a B-roll, I would highly recommend using a TikTok video. So if you're not going to see it here, you're just going to type in the search bar at the top, TikTok, and I'm going to tell you now why we're going to use a TikTok video. So you've typed in TikTok and it's going to give you a whole bunch of different options over here. So why do we use a TikTok video? Because when you use TikTok, let me show you on my phone. When we use a TikTok video, it's going to pull the whole screen up. If you use Instagram, you might use the square, and then it's not going to take up your whole screen. It looks much better if you're going to use a TikTok video. So this is the video that I made last week that I was saying that I was going to show you guys how to make. This is what we're going to do today. But we're going to use everything in the free version so that you don't have to use a paid version. You do not have to pay for Canva. Okay. So that's what we're going to do today. Exciting, I hope. So you're going to go ahead and click on the TikTok video over here. You're just going to click on it, and then it's going to pull it into a new tab. And there's your canvas. It should look like this. Okay. So if you just click anywhere, it's going to look like this. This is your canvas. It's blank, but we're gonna make it look pretty. And then down here is where your timeline, it looks very much like TikTok. So we're going to add everything, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to move the things around, how you're going to put in things that are just going to pop up randomly, come on and disappear, how you're going to put music on, all of those fun things. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with, obviously we need something on the picture. Just can't be blank, right? I mean, that's going to be really boring. Everyone's going to scroll past if it looks just like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the left-hand panel again. You'll see it's the menu again, and the menu has changed. So we're going to go, we can either go to elements, but if you've got your own picture that you want to put in there, you can go down to uploads. So you're going to click on uploads and you're going to upload a file. But for today, we don't have a picture, we need a picture. And Canva's got so many pictures available for you. So you're going to click on elements. So if you've forgotten what elements is, there's a little picture there. It's got a heart, it's got a, don't know what that is, a pizza, a music note and a circle. So that is your elements. You're going to use that one. You're going to click on it, and then you're going to see a search bar up here. So you're going to click on the search bar. And what do we want? So what was my picture? Let me go back to my phone. My picture was a hand and a cell phone, which is nice. I mean, it's showing someone scrolling. You're seeing someone on their phone. It's nice. It's catchy. So we're going to look for something like that. So what are you going to type in your search bar? We're going to say, keep it simple. Remember, like I said in the last one, think of a grade 1 child. Okay, so you're going to type in cell phone in hand. Oops, I hand, in hand. Almost like iPhone. There we go. Cell phone in hand. And you're going to hit the enter button. It knows exactly what you want. You're not over fluffing it. You're telling it exactly what you want and nothing more. No, you don't need to put details in. It will do what it needs to do. Okay, so now you're going to see different options. Over here, it says graphics, it says mockups, it's got photos, it's got frames, it's even got videos for you, it's got 3Ds, it's got audio, it's got everything to do with anything. Okay, but we're going to go to right at the top. You can either use the photos or you can use the graphics. So like I said, we're going to use the free version. So all of these crowns are paid versions. So if you see on the right-hand side here, you can select see all. So if you click that, you're only going to see the graphics. And at the top here, you can change it to photos. You can change it to anything, but we're going to use the graphics. Okay. So now we're going to look for a free graphic that doesn't look too boring. Okay, so options. Okay, it's pretty boring. Okay, let's use this one. It's a free option. It's not too boring. We can make it look nice. We can, I wanted to say fluff it up, but it doesn't sound right. Okay, but we're gonna put it in the right place. So let me just move this out. So if you want to move this away, you can hold, you see you hover over it and it's got the blue bar. You can move it up or down, but I want to see this whole thing and I have to scroll. So what do you need to do? You need to zoom. At the bottom of your screen here, you've got this little circle. Can't talk anymore. Got this little circle here, and you're going to pull it right or left to zoom. Easy peasy. Okay. Now you can see the whole canvas. I want to get this picture nice and snug into the picture, so you're going to grab on one of the corners. If you grab on the side, you're going to distort that whole picture. Okay. You're going to grab on one of the corners, and then you're going to pull it to however big you want it. Okay. A good thing to remember is you still need to add a hook, a heading, something to catch their attention. Because yes, the picture catches their attention, but you still need to to tell them what they're looking at. Because yeah, I'm looking at someone's phone, but why? What are you trying to tell me? So you still need a heading. So you keep a space at the top. So I'm going to pull this guy down just a little bit. Yeah, that's good. That's enough. Okay, so there I've got a space at the top for my hook. Always remember your hook. Okay, now, because this one is for the digital crew, we want to add something in to link it to the digital crew. So we're going to add, obviously we're going to add text, but we need to add something that's got like an image of the digital crew. Okay, so what we're going to use is literally the digital crew logo, this one. If you can't find it, I'm sure either I or Auntie Alana can send it on the WhatsApp group. Save it somewhere on your favorites on your phone. Then you've got it. Okay, so let's add the digital crew logo. So what you're going to do is you're going to come back to the left-hand side menu. You're going to come down to uploads because Canva does not have that. It's something unique. It's like a photo of you. Canva's not going to have it. You need to upload it. Okay, so go to uploads. It's this little cloud here. Okay, then you got all of these. If you have not already uploaded it, there it is. But if you have not, it's going to be here under upload file. You're literally going to click on it and it's going to come to your downloads, your documents, your desktop, everything that you need. If you've already downloaded and uploaded it into Canva, it saves it for you. It literally has everything here. The only way you can get rid of this is if you delete it yourself. So it's saved here. I've already got it here. I'm literally just going to click on it. But don't freak out when I do this. So watch. I'm going to click on it and it's just going to completely ruin my picture. Right. Don't freak out. I literally wrote that on your worksheet as well. Don't freak out. This is going to happen. Okay. So now you look down at the bottom of your screen. You see this little thing over here. So let's move this bar up so that we can see it a little bit better. So you're going to move that bar up. Okay, now you can see there's the phone and your hand, and under it is the photo that's completely ruined my picture. No offense, Auntie Alana. You just can't see it. Okay, so what you got to do is you've got to tell Canva, remember it's a grade one person you're talking to. Tell Canva, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted it somewhere else. So literally, you're going to right click on this image here on your toolbar. You see the image? Right click it. And then on this menu, you see at the bottom here, it says detach this image. Take it away from my background. Okay, that's what detach means. Remove it from my background. So you're going to click on that, and there it is. But it's still hidden. This is also in your worksheet because it takes a while to remember this stuff. Don't worry, you will remember it. Okay, but it's still hidden. You can still move it, but I can't see it, which is not going to help me. Okay, so you're going to, on this picture, either there or on this picture, whichever one you want, right click again. Okay, then it's got a bigger list. Okay, think of it like a cake. You want to put it on the top tier. You don't want it hidden somewhere at the bottom of the cake. You want to put it on the top. You know, think of like a wedding cake. It's got those two money keys at the. I'm not gonna put that there. It's got those two money keys on the top of the. Sorry, that looked like a horns. It's got the two people at the top of the cake. You want this to be your topper. So gonna go to layer because you're gonna layer your cake. You want this at the top of your cake. So you're gonna go to layer, and now this is in my way. Let me just move you guys out the way. Layer, and then you're gonna say bring to front. Bring it to the front of the cake. You want to see it. You don't want it hidden behind everything else. So bring to front, and now look what happened. It's in front of that phone. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So you're gonna right click and you're gonna say layer. You're gonna move the layer to where you want it to be. You can move it back to the back. You can move it backward behind something else. We're going to get to that. So for this instance, it's right in the front. Okay, now we need to have a look again at this picture. So where we can put it. So let's move this out the way. Let's zoom in a little bit and scroll up. Okay, let's make the picture a little bit smaller, but don't stress. We're going to use the same color for your background. Okay, now I normally put this somewhere in the corner. My phone is too big. We can make your phone just a little bit smaller because I don't want the digital crew to be gone. It mustn't be lost. Okay, there it is. Okay. Now we want the background to blend in with your logo. You don't want the logo to stand on its own. You want it to blend in. Think artistically. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use an element. So you're going to click on an element. We're going to highlight this and remove it. We've got the cell phone. We don't need the cell phone anymore. We now need a rectangle because this picture is rectangular. Okay. You can sometimes find a square that you can pull rectangular, but not always. So I recommend just ask for the right shape. So rectangle, enter. And there it's going to give you a whole bunch. So don't go, you can go for the fancy ones if you really want to. I just go for the easy basic one. Like this is a good one. I'm going to pull it up here so I can see it, but it's black. It's clashing yet again. Now, if you want this black rectangular, we're going to put it in the back now. But if you want this black rectangle to be the same color as your logo, there's a trick to it. But you can do it. It's definitely possible. Anything is possible with Canva. I love Canva. Okay, so at the top, so remember, whenever you click on something, another toolbox comes up. So that was the phone. If you click on the rectangle, another toolbox comes up. If you click on text, a different toolbox comes up. Okay, we're going to click on this shape, and there you can see that that is the color of the shape. It's black. So you're going to click on the black, and then on the left-hand side, another toolbar is going to come up so that you can change your color. Okay. So you can either go and click on these, but that is a unique color. It's not going to blend, right? So what we're going to do is up here, you're going to scroll to the top. This is the color of the graphic. That was the black one, remember? So if you want to change that to look exactly the same color as that Digital Crew logo, you're going to double click on this black button or black color that they've given you, and it's going to give you a new toolbar. There it is. So you can either try and figure out what the color is, that's going to take forever, or you can use this little tool here. This is, I think you call it eyedropper. You can pick your color from a color that you have anywhere on your canvas. So if you click on this, so how did we get there again? Let's just go back. So here's my rectangle. You're going to go to your toolbar. You're going to click on your color, and another one's going to pop up on the left-hand side. There's your color. We're going to double click on that, and then this is going to pop up. And over here, if you hover over it, it says pick a color. So you're going to click on that. And now this funny little circle's coming up. And this is where you're going to look for your color. There's your color. So you see that little square block in the middle of the circle? That is what you're looking for. So if I go over here, it's on that yellow. And if I click on it, bam, I've got the same color. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, so we've got the same color. Hand claps. Okay, now we need to put that behind. How did we do that? You right click on your image. We go down to layer because we're layering our cake. We want to put this at the back, right? So you're going to layer, and then again, you guys are in my way. You're going to come down to layer. You're going to say send to back. If you say send backwards, that's also fine because at this stage, there's nothing there. But remember, you're still going to put text over there. So rather say layer, send all the way to the back. Okay. But you can do that later as well. Okay, now you need to make it the same size as your picture. So you're literally just going to grab a corner and pull it down all the way down. Like that. It's clashing a little bit with my guy's hand, but it's okay. It looks good. It's the same color. Perfect. Happy. Okay, now we need to add our hook. So what do? We come over to, can I not move? I'm just trying to see if I can move your guys' faces. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we need to put a hook over here, something, or even a hook in here, something that's going to catch their attention. Okay, so we're going to go to your left-hand toolbar again to text. We're going to add a text box. Click on text box. Now we need to add a hook. So what did we have in our previous video? Let me play it for you. Oh, this is the video. There's my hook. Okay, so I put the hook right at the top. So let's do that again. You don't have to. This is just me. You do you. We are all unique. This is what you can do. Okay, so what did I say? Earn income from your phone, I think. Earn an income from your phone. So let's just keep it like that. Can't see, it's so small. Earn an income from your phone. Exclamation mark. Okay, that doesn't look good. So just like I said in the last Canva training, you need to make it look, you need to make it stand out. You need to make it look a little bit better. So again, when you click on text, you've got a different toolbar coming up right here. Okay, so we're going to use the font over here, and we're going to use one that stands out. So for me, I like this Calistoga. And then I like to use effects. Remember the last training? If you don't know what effects are, go back to training number 1. Effects, we're going to go to outline. We're going to make the outline white. So you're going to click on the color here. We're going to click on white. Okay. And then I want it to stand out more than that, so I'm going to just bring that color way brighter. Okay. And then you can make it bigger. You can move it around. You can, oh, it's jumping. You can twist it however you want it to be. Okay. Later, we're going to make it do an actual movement. Okay. So for now, we're just putting the picture together. This is your image. Okay. So I've pretty much got everything in there. Let's move Digital Crew a little bit to the right, like that. Oops. There we go. Looks good. Maybe it's too far. So again, let's just zoom in. If it's jumping when you move, you need to zoom in. And then you can move it a little bit slower like that. Okay, that looks good. Let's zoom out again. That looks okay for now. Remember, we're going to change it. We're going to make it look a little bit better. And it's going to animate. Okay, so what do we need to do next? Next, we need to have a look at your timing. So for the song that I made for the Digital Crew, it's 12 seconds. I think it's 12 seconds. um, it's either 12 or 13 seconds. So how do we make this video that's currently 5 seconds long? Like if I push play, it's not going to do anything because it's literally just a picture. We need to make this video 13 or 12 seconds. I'm going to make it 12 seconds. So you're going to come down here to your media. You can pull this up if it's easier for you. You're going to come to your media. You're going to click on any of these. What I normally do is I click on all of them. So I click, hold down Shift, and I click on the next one. Keep holding Shift, click on the next one, keep holding Shift, and click on the last one. Now they're all highlighted, and if you look at your picture, they're all highlighted there too. Okay, now, just like TikTok, if you hover over the end here, you can drag it. So you're gonna click and drag. And there comes the time, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's make it 12, if I can. It's very, it's very sensitive. So don't stress if you can't get it on an dot 0. It's extremely sensitive. I managed to do it now, but it doesn't always happen. Okay, so there's my video. If you look over here, you can see that it's now 12 seconds long. Perfect. Okay, so let's move our media bar down. You're gonna just hover and click and drag. Okay, now we can start making it look pretty. Okay, so we're gonna go close that, put this in the middle. So let's start with your hook. Everything else can stay the same, but let's start with your hook. Your hook needs to grab attention yet again. So we're gonna go to the top toolbar and you see it says animate. You're gonna click on animate, and then on the left-hand side, you're gonna get a whole lot of different options. If you hover over them, it shows you a preview of what's gonna happen. Okay, your hook, I think, in my mind, you can tell me if I'm wrong, needs to come up fast. It needs to grab your attention, not one letter at a time, right? You gotta, it's like 3 seconds, you gotta grab your attention. So if we scroll through all of these, they're all pretty boring. That's a good one. This one that's black, um, letter for letter is a little bit too slow. Earn an income. Uh, So the one that I normally use is this block one. Or if you go, there's a whole lot. If you scroll down, there's some more over here. So there's a succession option. And if you click on this, you can even decide the speed or you can decide the intensity if you have the paid version. If you don't, you can only choose what they give you. Okay, so let's go to the top. I'm going to use this block one. So if I click on it, it's going to make that block thing. Okay. And then it's going to ask me, do I want it to do this when it comes in and when it goes out? So why not? Let's do it. Let's see. If you click on both and push play, let's have a look. Hey, come. Okay, and then it's going to stay there all the way till the end. So when this bar comes to here at the end, you're going to see how it's going to exit now. And it did not do it. Why didn't it do it? Oh, it's because it's the end of the video. Okay. So then you're just going to move this one a little bit before the end of the video, like that. See, it's now at 11.8. Sorry, I had a blonde moment there. And then we click over here just so that we can start playing from here instead of the beginning, just to see how it ends. And there it ends. Gone. Okay. But you don't have to do that. You can keep it all, oops, all the way to the end if you want, however you want. Remember, this is your canvas. You can do what you want on this canvas. Okay, now we've done that. Now we need to start with our text. So we're going to use the text on our phone. I've lost my phone. So what was the first text on this video? Let's have a look. Okay, so it's the price. Stop. It's the price. So you can either use the dollar price, you can use the rand price, you can use whichever price that works for you. Namibia price, whichever one that you want to use that. What I did was I used the South African and the dollar. So when we add a text, we're going to go back here to T, text box, and then we're going to say, I did mine on the affiliate price. So this is how much you're earning. So let's do this one on the full price, 10. So $10 to get in. And then I'm going to hit enter and I'm going to say which is 70 Rand. Okay. So we're going to make this bigger so we can catch their attention. It's going to be on the cell phone. So you need to make it on the cell phone, preferably. There we go. Like that. Now there's a big gap here and I don't like gaps. Can we get rid of it? Yes, we can. We always can. Like I said, with Canva, you can do anything. So if you want to remove this big gap between the two, come to your toolbar. You will see a T over here with a little arrow going both ways. You're going to click on that. You can change your letter spacing to move it further apart. And you can change your line spacing to pull that second line up like that. Look better? I think so. And then we can make it bigger again because now you can put more on your screen. Okay, and then we're going to put it in the middle like that. Okay, and then what did I say next? Straight into your account. So we're doing the startup fee. So let's say join for, or we can even put this at the bottom then. And then we can put a text box on the top. So you're going to go to T, text box. We're going to say join, oops, for only. You could put only on the second line. I'm going to move it now so you can see. Okay, and then we're going to move this text box there and we can make it bigger. And yet again, I don't like this gap. It takes up too much space. So we're going to go to the T on your toolbar with the arrows. You're going to go to line spacing and you're going to pull it smaller so that space is smaller. Whoa, that's a little bit too small. Okay, so you're going to go back and you're going to pull it just a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. Now we can at least see. We're going to add a little bit more jingle jangles on there afterwards. So don't stress. It does still look boring. It's going to get more interesting, I promise. Okay, now we need to add your movements again. But before you add your movements, this cannot be on the screen for the whole 12 seconds. So again, you're going to come down to your media box. You're going to pull up this media box so that you can see everything. Okay, now, if we have, I think I've got three screens, this one, that one, 3 screens, divided by 12, I would say that this one can be about between 3 seconds and 4 seconds. Nah? 3, 4. Because you've still got your CTA at the end. Okay, so again, I want this one and this one to come up at the same time. So what do? We highlighted both of these, the join only and that one. So you can either use it here on the screen, you can click on join for only that one, and you can hold down shift and you can click on the second one. Now they're both highlighted. Okay? Now you come back down to your media box. We need to get them both to roughly 3 seconds. So you're going to grab the corner and you pull, and the one is already a little bit smaller. 3.2. Please do it. Do it. Oh, so close. um, this one is shorter than the other one. There we go. Okay. Now, yet again, we need to put an animation on this. So this can look however you want it to look. So we're going to click on them both again. So shift to click on them both. They're both highlighted. You're going to come up to animate. And then we're going to find something that looks good for you. So there's that. There's a nice one that says pop. Let's have a look. Roll, skate. You don't want it to take up too much time because they need to read it in 3 seconds. Okay, so here's the pop one. Then it looks like that. You can speed it up or you can slow it down. Looks nice. Okay, then you're going to go to your second screen. So if you want to start this again to have a look at what it looks like, you're going to drag. You see this little black thing over here. You're going to drag it to where you want it to be. And then you're going to hit play over here. Play. So there's my first screen. And there it disappeared. Okay. Now we need our second screen. So you're going to come back to as close as possible to that first text bar. You see that? Okay. Now we're going to add text yet again. So add a text box. I can't remember what the second text box was. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. There we go. So this one was the referral. So remember this one that I did for you was about the referral fees. Okay, so this screen was saying that 20 referrals of 85 Rand gets you 1,700 Rand straight into your account. So that screen said join for $10, 170 Rand. This one can say every referral gets you 85 Rand straight in your account. We can do that. Every referral gets you $5. Whoa, $5 or 85 Rand straight into your account. Exclamation mark. I love it, exclamation mark. There we go. Whew. Okay, let's move this media bar down so we can see what's going on here. Okay, like that. Drag and pull. Okay, then we're going to zoom in so we can see again. Let's just see your cell phone properly. Okay. Every referral gets you 80. Okay, but I want this to stand out. That's got to stand out, right? That $5 and 85 Rand. That looks pretty boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it. Don't freak out. Hit the enter button. Make space for it. Okay? There's space for your 85 Rand. Okay, now you're going to go back to text box and you're going to add another text box. And in this one, we're going to type $5 and then enter 85 Rand. Okay, and then we're going to do our little trick again with the space here in the middle. That's wasted space. You're going to come up here, line spacing. You're going to pull it up. I can't really see what's going on. So you're going to have to check every now and then. Can go a little bit closer. Yeah, can't go closer. Okay, we did the best we could. So now it says every referral gets you $5, 85 Rand straight into your account. Okay, this one's got to stand out because this is where they see, oh, but I can earn money on this. So this has got to stand out a little bit more than normal. Okay, so we're going to make it effects. You can change the color of these fonts as well, however you want. So we're going to go to animate. Okay. So we are currently on this big block, not the middle block. Do you see that? So we're on the big block. Let's make that one. Yeah, that looks good. How does that look if you do that? You agree, Auntie Gada. I can see. Okay. Okay. Now we need the second block, the middle block. Okay, so let's click on that one. This one's got to be like, wow, bam, in your face, right? Okay. So pop, maybe. Breathe, that like goes like that. Yeah, I don't know. Blurring in, how about tumble in your face? That could work. Okay. Neon. Nah. Nah. Scrapbook. It's a bit slow. Stomp. That's a nice one. So stomp and what was the other one? Tumble. These two are really good. They grab your attention. Okay. I'm gonna go with stomp just for now. And then let's have a look at it. So before we can go to the beginning of your video, remember this has got to be about 3 seconds long. So again, you're going to click on the big box, hold shift, click on the middle block. Now they're both highlighted. Now you come down to your media and you're going to drag it to 3 seconds long. So that one ended on 3, so this one's got to end on 6. So you're going to drag on 6. Oh, I'm thinking of TikTok. This one does it per block. So 3 seconds per block. Okay, sorry. Forget that. There we go. Okay, now let's go back to the beginning. So you're going to drag this black line over here to the beginning of your video. Let's have a look. Let's zoom out and look at our video. And go. That's your first slideshow. That's your second slideshow. Only 85 Rand. Okay. Almost done. So we've still got a little bit to go. We've got 2 more slideshows to go. So you've got 1 more and then your CTA. You always need a CTA. Never forget your CTA, guys. Okay, with any videos, even with your photos. So you're going to drag this black line to about there. Okay, now your next slideshow. My memory. You wouldn't say I'm 35, guys. Got no memory. I'm so sorry. Okay, your next one. Okay, stop. The next one was what you're gonna get inside of your program. So literally what you're gonna get. Okay, let's do it. So we're gonna go to text box. We're gonna do this one a little bit faster. Okay. So what we're gonna get. What you get. Let's make it a small letter G. Okay. Now we're gonna pull that one up to your screen. What you get. Remember, you can change these fonts. I'm literally just doing it like this so that you can learn how to do animations and stuff. You guys can play with your own fonts. Then we're going to go add a text box. Before I do that, I want to make this underlined. How do I do it? I click on the box, I go up to the toolbar and I click on underline. See it? There. Okay. Then we're going to add the next box because the next box says beginner friendly digital course. Okay, that's what you type. With 2 N's, preferably. Beginner. Hey, friend. My word, I can't type today. Digital course. Sorry, I type all day long, guys. It gets to you. Okay, but now I want this to be, it's currently in the middle of my screen. I want it to move to the left because if you can see over here, or the right, sorry. I've got little arrows here. Okay, so I want to make space for it. So we're going to need to move it to the side so I can make space for it. Okay, so we're going to come to the toolbar. Here's your alignment button. Click on it. Not that way, not like that. We want it that way. Perfect. Okay, it's too big, so we need to make it smaller. Drag on the box, make it smaller. Not too small. Okay, we'll space them out nicely just now. So there's that. Now we need the next one. If you want, you can just literally click on this box, come up to the top here. It says magic write, it says comment, it says lock it. You can duplicate this one. So you're going to click on duplicate and it keeps your style, it keeps everything. And then you just click on that and let's change that wording. Again, I've forgotten. I'm so sorry, guys. Step-by-step guidance. I should have written this down. Is that caps lock on? No. Step by step guidance. Okay. There's that one. We're going to duplicate it again. because we want 4 of them. The next one says supportive community. Supportive community. Great. There we go. We need another one. Last one. This one says real strategies proven to work. Oh, goodness. And when you're not clicked on the box, it's not going to do anything. There we go. Real strategies proven to work. There we go. And let's put an exclamation mark just because we can. There we go. Okie dokes. Now we're going to add those little ticks on the side. Okay, how do you do that? How do you add things that aren't a picture, that aren't anything like that? We go back to elements, shapes. This is a shape. So you're going to come to the left-hand side, elements. You're going to come to your search bar and you're going to type in either check mark or tick. It might just give you an actual tick, but you know. And then you're going to have a whole lot of different options there. I generally go for this one because it's a little bit brighter. So you're just going to click on it literally once, and there it is. You're going to make it smaller so it can fit to each line, like that. You're going to add it. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So you come down to the bottom, zoom, so we can get it nice and perfect. Sure. Almost done, guys. This is looking so pretty. There we go. Then you're going to duplicate it because it's already there and it's already got the right size. So you're going to come up and you're going to duplicate. Or you can say Control C for copy and Control P for paste. Or you can right click, copy, right click, paste. So many options. So I'm going to say duplicate like that. It's exactly the same size. You don't have to try and figure it out yourself. You're going to put it in line with the next one. You're going to say duplicate again. It's already there. Duplicate again. Already there. That's how cool Canva is. Okay. Now, what do we need to do? We need to animate this. So zoom out and we can, what you get can be first and then all of the others can come afterwards. If you agree with that. So let's first go ahead and change the length of this slide, if we can call it a slide. So again, you're going to come down to your media box. You're going to pull it up, all the way up, so that you can see everything that's in this one. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to get there. Okay, all of these are in this slide. So here's your tick marks. How are you going to get them all? You're going to shift. So you're going to click on it and shift. Hold shift. Hold shift while you're clicking on all of these. This one's not that. This is your hook. You're going to skip that one. What you get is one of them. Shift. Ugh, shift is holding that other one as well. You're going to click in all of these and then you're going to drag them. It's okay. We can drag this one back when we finish. Don't stress. Don't freak out. Okay. So you're going to hover and you're going to drag it to 3 seconds. So pull this way. See what I mean? It doesn't like me today. Let's drag it again. 3. I got 3. Okay, so now this one is done. Now you've only got one more tab to do, but you've still got something to do here. What do we need to do? We need to animate it because it can't be boring. So pull your media box down again. Let's have a look at your photo. Okay. What you get, that one I think pretty much needs to go on its own. So you're going to click on animate. This one, we can do anything. I like this one. So for this sake, I'm going to use this one. This one that says block. Okay. Then all of these go in. All of these, sorry, my dog is coughing. All of these need to come together. So you're going to hold shift while you're clicking on all of these, including the ticks. These ticks are a little bit out. Oh, sorry, I'm being perfectionist. I should just leave it. Okay. If we click on all of these, you need to hold your shift. So shift, click on them all, including your ticks. There we go. Okay, now we need to animate these. So click on animate. And then we need to find something that works nicely with the screen. So wipe, blur, breathe. I like that pop. So let's go to the pop one. There's pop. Bam. Okay, you can speed it up, you can slow it down. Okay. Remember, you're going to play around with this yourself. Okay, now we go to the last screen. So we're going to go down here. Remember, this one came a little bit too short. We just need to make sure that they're all in the right spot. So your hook, this hook, I pulled it with the other one. So you see here, the hook over here, it's blue. It's not in line with the end of the video. So you just need to pull it to the end of the video. It's going to automatically like click in place like that. Okay. Now we need our CTA. So you're going to pull this black line to just after that green tick. And we're going to do the last one. Okay. So we can pull down the media again. Pull it out the way. And then we're going to go to text box. So I liked my CTA on this video. Let me show you. Ooh. Learn, earn, grow. I can't read what it says on the screen. Learn, earn, and grow. Learn, earn, and grow. All from your phone. Comment, join. Okay, we're going to do that. Let's do that. And then we're going to add the doodles, and then it's done. Sorry, Auntie Alana, this one's running a bit long. Okay. You're going to go to text box. Click on text box. Add a text box. And then you're going to... What happened to my text? Oh, there it is. There's your text box. So I said learn. And then we need another one that says earn. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to duplicate it. Click on it. I'm going to move it down and it's going to say earn. And we need one more that says grow. We're going to duplicate it. And it says grow. Half bro. Grow. Okay. That looks boring. Let's make it look a little nicer. So we're going to make it bigger. Get it inside the screen. Let's zoom in. There we go. Zoom in, get it in the screen. Second one, zoom. Needs to be similar size. So if you want to see the size, you're going to click on this box at the top, learn. Over here, it says 104. The second box, it says 99.5. If you click on the plus, it's going to get to 104. If you're perfectionist like me. If you're not, don't worry about it. Okay, this one is way too big. I can almost see it with my eyes. Okay, whoa. Let's just click on this box there. There we go. Learn, earn, and grow. And then another nice thing about Canva, when you... Whoa, don't go down. When you're hovering or holding something, you'll see all of these purple marks. That shows you when you're in the middle. That's amazing for people like me, perfectionists. Okay, let's move this one up. Keep it in the middle line. Come on. This one up, keep it in the middle line, like that. Okay. And then the next box said all from your phone. So learn, earn, and grow, all from your phone. So we need another text box. You're going to add here, all from your, let's put your there. And then phone. Let's move this over here. Move it up. There we go. All from your phone. And then we need the CTA, comment, join. So we're going to say comment, join. But we need to make it look a little bit more inviting, which we will in a second. Let's remove that space because that's wasted space. So you're going to go to line spacing and remove that. But now I can't see, so you're going to have to do it back and forth. Like that. And then there's another trick. If you go back to that little T box to move the space around, you can move the words around. So you can move the letter spaces, like I said last time. See, like that? But what if I don't want the top word to be moving? I just want join to be moving. I want it to go bigger. You double click on the word join, so it's blue. You make it bigger. And then you go to the T and you can pull the space if you want. And then it looks a little bit more bigger, a little bit more inviting. Let's make it a little bit bigger, like that. So it's like almost in line. For some reason it doesn't want to be in line. We can put a space here. Or not. Never mind. Okay. Okay. So that is now your CTA page. We need to get it in line with the end of your video. So come down back to your media box, pull it up. You're going to click on everything that's in this slideshow. So you're going to click on it, hold in shift, click on the next one, next one, next one, next one. Now, the end of your video is this blue line here. So these all need to come to lock into over there. And like I said, it automatically jumps. When you're closer to that one, it automatically jumps to the end. Okay, so that helps you. And then we need to animate the last slide. So let's move your media box down. Can you believe this media box got so big, guys? Okay, now let's zoom out of your picture. Whoop, like that. Learn, earn, and grow. So we're gonna I want these three to be the same. These four, sorry. Learn, so hold shift, grow, hold shift, and that one hold shift. Okay, then we're gonna come up to here to animate. We're gonna come change your animation. Something flashy, preferably. Pop. What? Humble. That look cool. Okay. And then your comment. So then we're going to animate this one. This one I want from the top coming back in. Do you remember that one? If you go down to the bottom, it's called stomp. Okay. But I want stomp to come just a little bit after that one. How am I going to do that? I'm going to click on the comment. I want this one to come just after the others. I'm going to find it here on the media box. There it is. And I'm going to pull the starting point just a little bit further away, like that. Okay, like that maybe. Now let's click over here so we can see what that will look like. So if I click on play, let's see what that last slide looks like. Bam. See? Okay. Now we need to make it just look a little bit more interesting. So if you want to, like I showed you on mine, there was yellow things all over the place, doodles. Look at it again. See the yellows? It just brings a bit more life to your picture. Okay? And then learn, earn, and grow, all from your phone. I've got arrows. Let's put the arrows. And then that will be it. Then you guys will go create your own videos. And if Auntie Alana agrees with it, I would say put your video on our group so that we can have a look. And if there's something that needs to be changed, we can help you. We can guide you. Okay? So almost done. We need to add a song as well. So doodle. A doodle is a scribble. It's so you can type doodle or you can type scribble. Hit enter. Here's all the doodles that you can possibly have. Okay. I wanted an arrow. So at the top here, we're going to say doodle, arrow. Enter. These are all arrows. There's a specific one that I want. It's this colored in one. I'm going to click on it. We're going to pull it a little bit smaller. We're going to turn it. So like I said in the previous video, you're going to click on this and you're going to drag it. We're going to make it like that. Like that. And then I want exactly the same one. So I'm going to duplicate it. Here's this plus sign, duplicate. Put it over here and we're going to twist it the other way. Like that. So this is on the first screen. If you want this on the second screen as on the last screen as well, you're going to do exactly the same thing. Okay. But remember, the doodles also get something here on the media line. So come up. This is on your first screen. So where's your first screen ending? 3 seconds. So your doodles need to also end in 3 seconds. Otherwise, it's going to clash with the rest of your words. Okay. That makes sense. So you're going to grab it. You're going to pull it. And like I said, it's going to jump into wherever the last place is. Drag it. Jump. It's jumping in line with the end of your previous slide. Okay. If you want this one to be on your last screen as well, you're going to come here to your last screen. You're going to click on the beginning of your last screen like that. So this, if I just pull this down, this is your last screen. I want 2 arrows there too. So I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to twist it. And I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to twist it the other way around. And again, you can just add animations. So you can click on animate. So you're going to highlight both of them. Click on animate. And however you want to animate this. It's, whoa, I lost it. Sorry, we're going to fix that just now. Okay, so then you're going to animate it. Now let's look at your audio. So you're going to pull up your media box. Everything needs to be in line with the end of your image. Okay, so if I click over here, your screen's going to be blank. So you need to scroll up to make sure that everything is in line. These arrows are not in line. So I'm going to shift and hold them, and I'm going to pull them into line with the other, and it's going to jump in line. See, now they are all in line. Okay, if I scroll up and down, everything is in line. Nothing is over this line. Now we need to add an audio. If you have your own audio that you want to add, you can definitely add it. If you want Canva to give you audio, Canva has audio. So again, you're going to go here to Elements, click on Elements. You're going to remove that. And then you're going to scroll down. So you've got these recently used pics. You've got recommended. And then it's got browse categories. You're going to click on audio. Okay. And then you're going to tell it what audio you want. You're not going to hear my audio now. So I don't know how to make it sound, how to make the audio work. Um, I know so much about Canva, but I don't know anything about Zoom. So I'm sorry. I will put in piano, enter. You will see it, but you won't hear it. I can play it, but you're not going to hear it, right?
No, we won't hear it
Sorry.
because it's a Zoom. That's why I use my
Yeah.
speaker, you see. Yeah.
I will do that next time. Yeah, I'm
No,
learning
it's
from you,
fine.
Auntie
No, you
Alana.
don't have to. You're going to post it in the community in anyway, so we'll listen to it there.
Yes. Yes. I'll clean it up a little bit and I'll post it for you guys. Okay, so if you want to add your audio, there's my audio. I'm just gonna grab this piano. Or if you want to add a pre-recorded one like I've got the crew one, I'm gonna literally scroll down to uploads over here. So I've got a crew song, so I'm not going to use elements. I'm going to go to uploads. I'm going to change it from images to audio. I've got a whole lot of audios. Um, this is the one that I use, so I'm going to grab it and I'm going to drag it into my video. Oh. And if you don't get it there, it doesn't work. So grab it and drag it. Try again. There you go. And there's my audio. 12 seconds long. I was right. My audio is 12 seconds long. Okay. So that is how you're going to do everything. And the last thing, how do you save it? So you're going to come to the top over here where it says share. Not like a photo. This is a video, guys. So you're going to say share. You're going to come down to download. Don't change anything because you don't change anything. So literally, you come to share, click download, and click download again. Done. Don't touch anything. Okay. Shop. Any questions?
That's wonderful. Are you done, my sweetie?
I'm done. I'm so sorry. 10 minutes over time, 11 minutes over
No,
time.
no, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Lakin. Your training is really amazing and step by step. That's what we need,